So, you want to level up your career in cloud security? Well, there's one credential that's a real game changer, the CCSP, or Certified Cloud Security Professional. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what it is, why it's such a big deal, and, most importantly, how you can get it. Let's dive right in.
Okay, so why should you even care about the CSSP? Let's just start with a number that kind of speaks for itself. $209,000. That's the median total salary for someone with a CSSP and just 7 to 9 years of experience. We're talking a serious return on your investment here.
And it's not just about the paycheck, it's also about rock-solid job security. The government projects that jobs for information security analysts are going to grow by 33% in the next decade. To give you some perspective, that is way faster than the average job. It means certified pros are in ridiculously high demand.
All right, so we get the why. The money's great, the demand is huge. Now let's get into the what. What exactly is the CCSP, and why do people call it the gold standard? The CCSP is a globally recognized vendor-neutral certification. Now, that vendor-neutral part is absolutely key. It means your skills aren't just for AWS or Azure or Google Cloud. They apply everywhere. It was created by two industry titans, ISC Squared and the Cloud Security Alliance, which gives it some serious street cred.
So, your interest is piqued, but you might be wondering, am I even eligible? Let's take a look at the experience requirements. Think of this as your personal roadmap to getting certified. It's broken down really simply. You just have to remember the 5-3-1 rule. You need 5 years of paid IT experience in total. Out of those 5, 3 years have to be in information security. And finally, at least one of those years has to be in one of the 6 specific CSSP domains. See? 5-3-1.
Now, don't worry if you don't perfectly hit that 5-3-1 rule, because there are a couple of awesome shortcuts. If you already have the legendary CSISP certification, guess what? You're golden. It covers the entire experience requirement. And if you have the CCSK, that knocks off 1 year of the domain-specific experience. Pretty sweet, right?
Okay, once you've sorted out your eligibility, it's time to face the main event, the exam itself. You really should think of it as the final gauntlet you have to run to earn that credential.
The exam is split into 6 different domains, and they're not all weighted equally. Cloud data security is the biggest slice of the pie at 20%. Then you've got 3 domains all tied at 17%. Concepts, platform security, and application security. Right away, this chart is telling you where you need to focus most of your energy.
Here are the quick and dirty facts you need for exam day. You're going to face 125 questions, and you have 3 hours to get through them. You need a score of 700 out of 1,000 to pass, and the exam fee is currently $599. Simple, but definitely a challenge.
Knowing what's on the exam is one thing. Actually conquering it, that's a whole different ballgame. So let's talk strategy. How do you build a study plan that ensures you pass on your first try?
A good plan always starts with being honest with yourself. Where are you strong? Where are your weak spots? From there, build a schedule you can actually stick to. Most folks need about 100 to 150 hours spread over a couple of months. And don't just use one book, mix it up. Most importantly, start doing practice questions from day one. And never forget to keep that vendor-neutral mindset.
And this is probably the most crucial piece of advice for this exam. It's not just about what commands to type. It's about strategic thinking. You have to answer questions from the perspective of a manager or a consultant who's focused on risk and policy, not just the hands-on technical stuff.
So, you've got the roadmap, you've got the strategy. But to really pull it off, you need the right tools to study smarter, not just harder. And that's where a platform like FlashGenius can be your secret weapon.
All right, enough talk. Let's see what this feels like in practice. How about we try a practice question from the Cloud Application Security domain? Remember, this is one of those big 17% chunks of the exam.
Okay, picture this. A big bank is moving to a multi-cloud setup and needs to lock down their applications. They could do network segmentation, run vulnerability scans, or set up a solid identity system. What's the #1 priority? I'll give you a second to think it over.
If you tick the Centralized Identity and Access Management System with MFA, you absolutely nailed it. And why is that the right answer? Because when you're juggling multiple clouds, having one consistent, strong way to control who can access what is the most fundamental preventative step you can take. It's this kind of deep explanation that really helps you learn.
Perfect. Let's do one more. We'll switch gears completely and jump over to the legal risk and compliance domain. This is where that manager mindset really comes into play.
All right, here's the scenario. A global company is moving its data into the cloud. To make sure they're following all the international data laws, what should be their absolute #1, top-of-the-list priority? And the answer is making sure data residency requirements are met. Look, all the other options are good security ideas, for sure. But data residency, making sure data is stored in the correct country, is a direct legal requirement for laws like GDPR. The exam loves these kinds of distinctions, and you need to know them cold.
So what's different about a modern study platform? Well, instead of just giving you a bunch of questions, some tools now use AI to create a learning path that's personalized just for you. They might add some gamified elements to keep you from getting bored, or even offer multilingual support. These aren't just gimmicks. They're designed to make your study time way more effective.
So let's just boil it down. What's the real advantage here? Well, instead of guessing, AI literally tells you where you're weak. You can take full-length simulated exams to build up your stamina. You got interactive flashcards for when you have a spare 5 minutes. There's even a Pomodoro timer built right in to help you focus. It's the whole shebang, all in one place.
Okay, you now have the complete playbook. You know what the CCSP is, why it's so valuable, and exactly how to prepare for it. The only thing left to do is to actually take that first step on your journey to mastering cloud security.
Look, the CCSP is a serious investment in yourself and your future. It opens doors to bigger salaries, more interesting roles, and that job security we talked about. Don't leave your success up to chance. Go start a free trial with Flash Genius today and just see for yourself what a difference a smarter study plan can make. Good luck out there.